This was actually given to me by someone that I know to be a witch. Good morning, my lovely people. Welcome back to the vlog. If you've never seen my face before, my name is Zarinahelizabeth, and this is a lifestyle channel. Over here we talk everything faith, fitness, motherhood, and everything in between. And it is morning time. I just dropped Janae off at school, and I am off to the infamous gas station where I had the encounter with that lady. Now to get me some gas because I no longer need air. But I just wanted to turn on the camera and start off the vlog because my gas light was on and I needed to get that part taken care of ASAP. So I'm here pulling up to get me some gas real quick. Good morning. How are you?
Doing fine.
That's good. Can I get 25 regular?
25 regular?
Yes, please.
Here you go.
Thank you. So how are you guys doing today? Also, it's just been like, you know, a little break in between the end of October and the next group of holidays, events like birthdays and stuff. There's like my mother's birthday and their 47th wedding anniversary was the 3rd and the 12th. And then my niece's 18th birthday was just on the 16th. And then we're gonna have Thanksgiving and then my birthday, then Janae's birthday, then my sister-in-law's birthday, then my grandson and my niece's birthday, then my friend's son's birthday, then my father-in-law's birthday, and then we'll have Christmas. Oh my goodness. And then right after Christmas is my son's birthday, and then my nephew's birthday, and then my other nephew's birthday, and then my daughter-in-law's birthday. Y'all, it's just a mess. Like, count me out until like March.
Here you go.
Thank you. You too. Thank you. You too. And even in March, it's hectic because it was my husband's birthday in March. Obviously, I don't need to I don't celebrate. Well, not that I don't celebrate, because I do usually do balloons and stuff on his birthday. So, but yeah, so I'll do that. And then Janae's best friends, all of their birthdays are in March, days apart. So yeah, we might as well say till April. Like, I get a little bit of a break after January because it's like a few weeks before the next thing. But yeah, it's like man down. And you know, now I'm already starting to think about like the summertime, you know, what I'm gonna do for the summer with Janae. We were supposed to do something just a couple of weeks ago, which is why I had took time off from work, but it just didn't work out. So I want to do that with her in the summer. So I need to like start planning for that now, especially with like, you know, income tax money that should be coming in, bonus money that should be coming in. I should be able to take care of that and not have to worry about it. So I'm looking forward to that. So I just wanted to pick up the vlog, start the vlog, and all that good stuff. I will talk to y'all when we got something going on. Hey y'all, I'm not sure where we are in this week's vlog, but I was just in my bathroom and I went into my bathroom. I don't even know why, but as I was just like straightening up some stuff, I was looking at Janae's vitamins, and then I'm like, yeah, I really need to get into taking my vitamins again. So I'm going through this like bin of vitamins that I have, just looking at expiration dates. And I happened to pull out vitamins just to rinse off the container from dust and stuff. And I come upon this. If you guys have been with me for some time, then you know that I have purged my home of all of the things that I knew to be a curse. You guys have also heard me talk about, you know, open doors that I have allowed in my house and or in my life, and me repenting for those things and just asking God to continually show me things in my home that need to go. Recently in my prayer time, I have asked God to show me what needs to go, show light, let there be light, and not even in my own tongue. You know, am I praying these things? But I'm praying these things in an unknown tongue to me. And sure enough, I had thought that I had gotten rid of all of the things in my house because I haven't been really buying anything. Not for me, not really much for the house, just groceries and just really trying to, because I've just been trying to scale back and budget and things like that. So I really haven't purchased any new thing. So I wasn't really looking for things because I'm like, yeah, God already showed me the things that needed to go. Somehow he took me back to this container that I don't really mess with too much, because whatever I mess with is like on top. But for me to pull out all of the things to reveal this is nothing but the grace of God. This was actually given to me by someone that I know to be a witch. She gave me two things. She gave me a crystal and she gave me this. And this was, I think she gave me this at my husband's funeral. Prior to my husband's funeral, she had gave me a crystal. And I've gotten rid of that. But this, I believe, was with a card that she had given me at my husband's funeral. She was there. I didn't even realize I had it. And in it, it looks to be salt, lavender, some other dried flower, and it was sealed with a cork and some wax. Of course, it would have been prayed over. And to someone like me, who, for one, at that point in time, I was completely just traumatized and oblivious to a lot, and I suppressed a lot. It's a lot about that day and that time that is hard for me to recall, because my defense mechanism is to just like remove myself from the things that are so hurtful to me, where I push those things down so far deep that I really don't recall a lot of, you know, trauma, right? And so that being one of the most traumatic times of my life, I didn't even think to look for something like this because I forgot all about it. And, you know, I've been praying, you know, God, let there be light. Show me any accursed thing. Shine light on open doors that I need to close. The dream that he gave me to close all doors. So here I find this. It's only by the grace of God, y'all. Like, I don't know how much I can show y'all or give y'all to know that God is real, and you need to get tapped in, because he will protect you. He will cover you. It is by his grace that I found this. I normally don't go looking in that thing. My vitamins are there, but I don't even take my vitamins. I should show you the amount of dust that has collected on those. I've rinsed some of them off, but like if I showed you the amount of dust that was on it, that would give you some idea of how often I go in there. I don't go in there. And I looked through that bin last time I went through stuff, but I guess I didn't take everything out. I just more so looked in the bag that's in the bin, but I didn't take everything out to discover this. I feel like there's more things that I probably need to go through in my house to continue to reveal stuff, but I'm just going to continue to pray and ask God to just reveal to me what more there is that needs to go to close these open doors, because the way that I am ready to cry right now is, y'all, this is going to get thrown in the trash and be taken out immediately. But I wanted to come on camera and show you the types of things that get passed on to you that you don't even realize, you forget about, you don't realize the danger. Like, you just, you know, this was something that she gave me as something to help me to, you know, and just during that time I was so blinded and with trauma and hurt and all of that kind of stuff, I didn't even think twice. I thought it was a something nice. This doesn't ward off and protect you. This invites and allows, and this is basically an agreement. This is a contract. This is something that I accepted and allowed into my life, into my house, unbeknownst to me. You know what I mean? No matter how good someone seems, and it's not her, it's the same scripture that I gave you guys the other day. You know, we don't fight against flesh and blood. We fight against principalities and powers. You know, we fight against spirits. We don't fight against flesh and blood. It's not the person. And that could be any of us. That could be me. You know, something could jump in me. If I didn't close my doors, something could jump in me and use me against somebody else. So, I'm going to get rid of this, y'all. I'm going to get rid of this in a minute. I'm in the middle of working, but I just wanted to get on camera and show you guys how the enemy sets up things to infiltrate, to just get us and allow for things. This is an open door. No matter what I prayed against and all of that, this is an open door that allowed him to continue to be here, that continued to give him a right to be here. So let this be a warning to you that don't just accept things from anybody. Don't just accept things from anybody. And yes, you know, you need to pray before you eat. You need to pray, you know, over things that you can't control that you receive, but always ask God to reveal to you what it is that needs to go, reveals to you who it is that needs to go in your life. Close those doors no matter what, because we are called to be set apart, and we can't do the same thing that other people do. We can't allow for things like other people allow for, and you don't know what's going to come through your door, because this being in the house of somebody else might not have done anything, but because of the things on their bloodline or on your bloodline, it could be two entirely different animals, literally, that you are allowing into your life. So this must go. And yeah, let's get on with this vlog, y'all.
Welcome to What's Your Number Home Edition. Let's get started. 342.
It's fine.
Rank in the correct hundreds.
Bruh, this is so easy.
300.
Mom,
300.
This is just a review.
Rank in the correct tens. Rank in the correct ones. 2. Awesome!
Why does it say home edition? Is it because you're home?
561. Drag in the correct hundreds. 5. Drag in the correct tens. 6. Drag in the correct ones. Excellent!
Hey y'all, so welcome back to the vlog. It's later on in the day. It's actually 8 o'clock at night. I don't know if I mentioned to y'all, but Janae's not feeling well. I think I did mention to y'all that she wasn't feeling well, but I did end up taking her to the doctor, and turns out she has an ear infection. So the doctor put her on some antibiotics, and she's actually asleep right now. I woke her up to give her her medicine, but she's still, you know, back there knocked out. So I'm just gonna go let her sleep. While she's sleeping, I figured let me go ahead and make myself something to eat. It's later in the day than what I normally would be even cooking or eating. But Janae had, I had parent-teacher conference with her teacher, and then I really just didn't have time to cook it earlier today because I kept her home from school. And, you know, I just had her and going back and forth between work and her. So I really didn't have a chance to kind of prepare anything. So I'm quickly making some curry chicken. I'm gonna throw some shrimp in there. I already put potatoes and garlic and onion and all that stuff. I think you saw. I don't think I showed you what I seasoned it with, but I did make curry chicken on my other channel. So I'll go ahead and pin that somewhere at the top so that you have my recipe for how I make curry chicken. It doesn't have shrimp in that recipe, but you know, you could just throw the shrimp in. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. But I just wanted to come on here and check in with you guys. You know what's going on. Baby girl is not feeling her best. Still don't know how she got the ear infection or where it came from, because I don't remember her being sick prior to. I think she did, well, actually she did have a cold. So maybe that's what led to it. And so now she's battling her, you know, the ear infection. So thank God that's all it is, because, you know, I just finished telling y'all about, you know, what was going around with the pneumonia and the RSV. So I was just like, what is going on? She was complaining about a headache. She said her throat hurt, but I didn't even think about an ear infection, because normally I associate ear infections with babies, and she never had an ear infection because she was breastfed. So I just didn't think about ear infection at all. And she wasn't saying ear, she was saying head, but you know, all of that is connected. She's lost her voice, like her throat, her voice is hoarse. But all of that, ear, nose, and throat, that's all connected. So it makes sense why she's complaining about her throat, complaining about her head, you know. But yeah, so that's it, y'all. I just got finished watching How Kima Sees It on YouTube. She did a live tonight, which went really well. Hey, girl, hey. One of these days, I'm going to get on this live for you guys. But it seems like a lot of people are like booking time slots. And it makes sense if the same group of people are following each other so that they can be present for as many of them as they can. But I wish my life was as, you know, like structured as that. I think for the most part, my schedule is pretty structured. I think today is my most flexible day because Janae does not have dance. But you know, I don't know if I'm ever gonna be the one to commit to a certain day all the time. I don't know if I'm gonna do that. But with the launch of the membership, I'll be doing, you know, some lives and stuff like that for the membership exclusively, and then, you know, for, you know, the audience, as you know, the general audience as well. So I just have to figure out and work that out, you know, how that all is going to look. But yeah, let me go ahead and show you real quick before I cover this up so it could cook. This is what it's looking like right now. So I got some garlic cloves in there. I got my potatoes and I got my chicken going. So I'm gonna let this kind of cook down a little bit more. And then I am going to throw my shrimp in a little while. Hey y'all, it's a new day back on the Vloggy Vlog. So I just got a delivery, so I figured I would open it with you guys. I know what it is, but I figured I'd open it with you guys. How are y'all doing today? In real time today is Friday. I think the last time I picked up the camera, I was making my midweek meal prep. It was the curry chicken and shrimp, which came out so good because we know I had some last night. And I'm looking forward to having some more later. It gave me 4 meals because I had one last night and I have 3 left. So it should carry me through the end. It should carry me through Monday because today is Friday. So I'm going to eat Friday and I'll have it Saturday and Sunday. So yeah, really good. So here's what's in here, you guys. I switched carriers and I upgraded my phone at the same time. This is the iPhone 16. I didn't have it up right. This is the iPhone 16. I got it in the gold color. This is actually the same color that I already have. I'm sorry, this is the iPhone 16 Pro. I don't do the extra big one, whatever that one is, only because the phones have already gotten so big than what they used to be, and it's hard now to text with one hand. So the big one would require me to do both hands, and even though I like that screen size, it would just be too big. So this is the iPhone 16, you guys. I got it in this gold color. So it appears to be about the same size as my last phone, which is, I think what I have right now is the iPhone maybe 12. I think it's the iPhone 12 Pro. So this has the lightning speed charger, and this is more of a braided cord rather than like the plastic, which I like. Hopefully it lasts longer. It does not come with the, it does not come with like the charging cube, so you have to have your own. Thankfully I do. That kind of sucks that it doesn't come with that. I guess that's all that's in here. Oh look, it doesn't come with, well, the phone stopped coming with earbuds and all of that stuff a while ago. So comes in like this. Charger like this. And then the device like this. So I'll have to get me another case. Yeah, and this is the phone, y'all. So I just wanted to open this up with you guys. I don't know, I need to get me a new case. So either I'm gonna go into the store and get a case, or I'm gonna order it from Amazon. I think I actually have a case in my cart already for Amazon, so I'll probably order tonight so I can have it like next day. And then I'll have to go ahead and port everything over because, like I said, I changed carriers. So I'm switching from T-Mobile back to AT&T. I used to have AT&T, like that was the first one back when they were Singular. So I had Singular and then AT&T bought Singular. So So that's how I was able to be like in the first group of people who had the iPhone. Because remember way back in the day when it was just exclusive to AT&T people and everybody else had to wait. Yeah, I was exclusive. So yeah, y'all, so that was my delivery for today, you guys. Other than that, Janae stayed home. It's 12:30. Janae stayed home from school again. She's feeling better, but she was kind of warm through the night. But this is her second day on antibiotics, so I'm definitely expecting her to be more to her normal self, and thankfully she is. So she wants to do gymnastics today, and being that, and I don't know if I shared it with you, but like when they took her to the doctor, they also did like a culture, to check if she had anything else. So I got the results back from that. She's completely clear. Her chest is clear. She does have a cough, but I'm assuming that's from the dripping from the ear, because all of that is connected, the ear, nose, and throat. And so she has had a cough, but I haven't heard her cough today. So with everything being clear, and her not being contagious, I think as long as she's up to going, she can. And so she wanted to go to gymnastics. So most likely I'll let her go if she's feeling up to it. Otherwise, we'll just start fresh with school and dance and gymnastics come Monday. But yeah, y'all, that's all I have for you. It's another slow moving vlog, you guys. I am thinking of taking a couple of weeks off to prepare for Vlogmas or 12 Days of Christmas. I'm not completely sure what I'm doing. I think I'm going to be doing 12 Days of Christmas, to be honest. The reason being is because Christmas is going to look a lot different for us this year, because I'm just stripping away a lot of things that are unnecessary. And the more that I learn about God, the more that I read the Bible, the more that I study, the more that I find out the roots and origins of certain things, the easier it is for me to break away from, certain practices and traditions and things like that. And although Christmas and Easter and just certain holidays seem to be fun little, Halloween, innocent things, they're really, they have origins in things that I don't believe in. Now, obviously if you don't have the same belief as me, then this wouldn't apply to you and it wouldn't matter to you, and that's fine if you feel the need to continue on, and why you don't think it's so bad, that's totally fine. I'm not here to condemn anybody. I'm just sharing what my beliefs are now, because for years, my entire life, I've always celebrated Christmas. I've always celebrated Halloween. There was Easter. I always celebrated Easter in the commercialized, Americanized sense. You know what I mean? Like Christmas trees and Santa Claus and Easter bunnies and, just things that had absolutely nothing to do with Christ. And so now that I am getting older and reading the Bible for myself and coming to an understanding and agreement and doing studying for myself, I realized that a lot of those things weren't just innocent little Hallmark holidays that took a spin on Christianity. A lot of those things have pagan roots. And if you feel like you can separate it, I'm not celebrating that, I'm celebrating this, that's totally fine. It's just, as for me and my household, we will not be participating in certain things. So we are not going to be doing a Christmas tree. So you will not be getting a decorate my tree with me. Certain things we're just not going to do. I feel like we can celebrate and I just want to bring it back to the truth of what Christmas is and the truth of what other holidays are. I don't want to ruin it for the kids. I don't want to, so I don't, I'm trying to say without saying, but just there are certain things that are going to look different for holidays in my household and how we celebrate things. And so with that being said, there's going to be content that I don't have to share with you guys. So I think it's going to be best for me to do a 12 days of Christmas. And I think I really need time to kind of think about and process what I want to do and what it's going to look like and what we're going to share or have to share. It's not that I'm withholding anything back from you. It's just more so, what is it that I'm going to have to share, which I think, I just have to think that through. And so I may take off a couple of weeks in order to kind of like think that through. I don't know if it'll be a couple of Sundays or if it'll be a couple of Thursdays. I don't know. It might be both. I don't know. But I'll just keep tabs on my community tab because that's where I post all of my updates, notices, and things like that. And I'm hoping that it'll be, a successful 12 days of Christmas for us on our channel, even though we'll be doing things a little bit differently. If you're already someone who doesn't celebrate, Christmas in the traditional sense that America has been celebrating Christmas, if you're already someone who doesn't put up a tree and things like that, share with me in the comment box below what kind of things do you guys do to celebrate the holidays, the birth of Jesus. Yes, I already know that Jesus wasn't actually born on Christmas Day. We know that it's just symbolic of his birth, and in reality he was probably born in the spring rather than in the winter time, but I digress. But share with me, some practices and things that your family already does to celebrate the birth of Jesus without all of the commercialism of the Santa Claus, the Christmas tree, the garland, and all of those kinds of things. So drop some comments for me in the box below. What kind of things do you guys do to celebrate the birth of Jesus so that, I can consider doing those things with my family as well. But yeah, y'all. Yeah, so that's all I got going on. I'm in the middle of work. It's 12:38. I still have half my day. The day has been going by pretty slow. It's actually really cold outside, and I didn't realize how cold it was because it's been mild weather all along. They did say that snow was coming, so parts of New Jersey is experiencing snow or was experiencing snow earlier. I think like Pennsylvania and stuff may have gotten some snow, but it's like 36 degrees right now. So I didn't know until the UPS person came to the house, and I was like, oh my God, it's cold. And she like, and then there's like little like drops of rain. I'm like, oh my God, I didn't realize it was this cold. She was like, yeah, it's 36 degrees. It changed real quick. I'm like, yeah, it did change real quick. So be safe out there, y'all. This is that weather. If you're in, the states that actually experience like winter and all of that kind of stuff, this is that weather. I was watching Janelle yesterday, and so she's in Baltimore, and it was a nice day, like 70 degrees, and she was like, if this is what y'all mean when y'all say y'all love fall, then I like it too. And I'm like, yeah, that's the fall I'm talking about. When it starts feeling like winter, we not that cool. We're not that cool when it starts to feel like winter. Let's just feel like fall. Yeah, when it starts to feel like winter and snow and all of that kind of stuff, I could bypass that. Like, I'm ready to stay in the house. I don't like to deal with all of that nonsense. But yeah, y'all, enough chatting. I'm gonna go ahead and back up my phone and do all the things with that so I could switch over and send that phone back and everything else that I gotta do, y'all. So I'll come back on here when I got something to show. I'll talk to y'all in a bit.